What's up, my dudes? It's Demi, and tonight I am over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Tonight I'm going to be dining at Jiko. I am super excited. This is a place I've always wanted to try. I have heard the most amazing things about this place, but I'm also super curious to see if this is just a place that is overhyped or if this is one of the best restaurants on Walt Disney World property like I heard. So let's get in there, let's get to eating, and let's go get into some hijinks. It was just brought to my table. It's so beautiful in here. I was told by my server that the walls change color with the sunset of the savannah, so in like an hour and a half it's gonna like change color. I don't know if I'll be here by then, but that's really beautiful. I love all these like little bird lamps. The server came with a rose water infused hot towel to wash my hands because they said that is tradition before people eat in South Africa, is to wash their hands. I did wash my hands though before I ate, but it was nice to have that little extra little treat. My server brought me some menus and we spoke about wine, and I found out that Jiko has the largest collection of South African wine outside of South Africa. So I have to say the service here is really wonderful. They explain everything that's in every dish and they help me pick a wine. They help me like decide what I really wanted. They knew that I wanted something unique to South Africa. I spoke to them about my slight red wine allergy, so I'm definitely a white wine person. I like dry but not too dry and a little sweet, and we came up with the Chenin Blanc, and they did let me taste it before they gave me a full glass, which is great. And this is what it looks like, and let me try it for you guys. Now, I'm not really great at explaining wine, but I will do my best. First of all, it's nice and chilled. It's pretty like smooth. It has a little bit of sweetness, but it's also more on the dry side with just a little hint of sweetness, so it's perfect for me. It's not too acidic, which is perfect for me as well. I just think it's a really nice glass of wine, and I'm really enjoying it, and I just really love the entire experience of even just coming to the conclusion of finding a wine that I like. So cheers. They have brought me some bread. I'm going to explain what all this bread is. Over here on the right is called Egyptian fatir, and it has sesame seeds on it. And then on top is called giraffe bread, and it has rice flour on top to make it look like a little giraffe, give them that little texture. And then we have the Jiko butter with the black salt. Here's the inside of the Egyptian bread. It's kind of similar to like a pita. Let's put some butter on it and give it a try. Yep, basically like a pita bread. I like the sesame seeds on top. The Jiko butter is pretty plain. It's silky and pretty smooth, but I actually wish there was more salt on it. But not bad. Let's try the giraffe bread. That's the inside. It's a real thick roll. It looks super fluffy. I'm excited to try this one. That's so good because it's so crispy on the top and so fluffy on the inside. I got a piece of that black sea salt. Yeah, it just needs, in my opinion, needs a little bit more sea salt because it'll make it really nice and salty butter. Otherwise, it's just kind of smooth, creamy butter. This bread is so good. There's actually a lot of flavor from that rice flour. That's a really good piece of bread. My appetizer has arrived, and honestly, this looks so amazing. This is the duck confit and honey raisin flatbread. It's preserved duck, rocket toasted chickpeas, mozzarella, plump raisins, harissa, and spiced honey. So basically, they took two of my favorite things, which is pizza and duck, and made it into a reality. I'm so excited to try this. Basically, the server kind of explained it to me. I'm gonna butcher how he explained it to me, but like he said that like the way that they cook it, that the chickpeas are gonna have like a bunch of like juices inside, and it's gonna like explode with flavor, and I'm so excited to try it. And then on top of it, I got one of the enhancements. I got the Bobotie mac and cheese. It's 4 cheeses, Asiago, Fontina, Provolone, and Gruyere. And it has Wagyu beef on top, almonds, raisins, kombucha, which are those tomatoes, and red wine reduction. I am so
ready to try all of this. Okay, that is absolutely so delicious. I love this so much. I love all the different cheeses. That spiced honey on top is so good, so full of flavor. I love it. It like really ties it all in. It's just like a lot of flavor. The bread itself is like really crispy. I am just in absolute heaven of this. I kind of want to keep eating it. I've already eaten like a bunch of it already because I had to keep trying it. The duck is cooked really, really well in there. It's full of flavor. It's just so delicious. It's not like salty or anything. It's not fatty. It's nice and like lean. It's not like thick pieces. It's thin. It is delicious. This is a really spectacular and unique flatbread. Oh my gosh. Okay, it is time to dig into this mac and cheese. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Let's dig in. Okay, so I try to get a little of everything. Wow, that's so good. You know, those tomatoes on there give it really good, like a little bit of sweetness and juice. That is so good. The Wagyu is flavored really, really well. And the mac and cheese is super creamy. And then you get the crunch from the almonds, not almonds, from almonds. I thought for a second I like mixed up my nuts. Mixed nuts. This is super good and super unique. I am just loving this dish. This restaurant so far is blowing my absolute mind. This kind of feels like an insanely enhanced hamburger helper, to put it mildly. Because look at it, it's got like ground beef and mac and cheese, but it's like Wagyu, and it's like I really dumbed it down for a second, but it really kind of is. It really, I'm not even kidding. It is like hamburger helper, like incredibly enhanced with all these amazing flavors. And I'm telling you, those tomatoes are really like giving it that extra intense, like extra little, like wow factor. It puts that little sweetness and ties it all together. Yeah, wow. It's just super unique, super delicious. One of the most unique dishes I've had in Disney, for sure. The main event has arrived and we got the oak grilled filet mignon. I have always heard this is the best steak on Disney property. It's $54 and it comes with roasted cauliflowers and some tomatoes, and normally it actually comes with the 4-cheese macaroni. It doesn't come with all that stuff on it. It would just have been the macaroni. So they told me I could substitute it for sampan beans, which is like corn and beans, and they told me that this is actually Nelson Mandela's, it was his favorite snack. So I am very excited to try this. There's a glaze on there as well. I am a red wine demi glaze. I am so excited. There's a nice char on top. Let's cut it open and see the inside. I did tell them medium. I didn't tell them medium rare, I did tell them medium, so let's give it a try. So dark in here. I'm trying my best for you guys to see the light. I think it's cooked correctly. It is hard for me to even see it. I tried using like a phone flashlight from a different phone to see if it would pick it up, but it just doesn't look great. So I think that our best bet is to just give it a try. Let's do it. They win. Yeah, they win. They win. That's delicious. It is cooked so perfectly. This is 100% medium. I'm always afraid that when I say medium, it's going to be medium well, and it's not. This is perfect medium. I really wish that it wasn't so dark in here that like we could see it. Like I really can't even see it perfectly. It's just, yeah, it's so tender, so juicy. And the char on top, it's not like a burnt taste at all. It is full of flavor. That is like where most of the flavor is coming from though. But this is This is the best steak I have had at Disney, hands down, no competition. I have not been, though, to be fair, I have not been to California Grill yet. I have not experienced their steak. I haven't eaten, you know, a lot of steaks around Disney. I have eaten a few, and this is the best one. I mean, I want to keep eating it. There's just so much flavor. I'm getting every flavor, like from every end. It's just so good. I can't tell you that demi-glaze is just excellent. This is really just the best steak I have had personally at Disney, 100%. I know this place gets overhyped all the time, and there is a reason for it. It is delicious, and I really think this is like a destination place. But let's try the vegetables and the samp beans. So here's the samp beans. Samp is actually like corn and beans, and I think there's like a little tomato in there. Let's give it a try. That's tasty, a little spicy, really good like African flavors in there. But if you don't like spicy, you're not gonna like this. It's a little spicy. That's good, I like it. It's very warm, very like comforting. Pretty good. Let's try vegetable. Very tasty, grilled vegetable. As I drop my fork. Incredible meal at Jiko. Blown away. Here is my dessert. It's called the Kilimanjaro. It's single origin Ghanaian dark chocolate mousse, pistachio, financier, pink peppercorn meringue, cocoa nib crunch, Ross L, hand-out pineapples. Looks so interesting, so pretty. Let's try it. That's the inside. Let's try it. Okay, I got a little bit of everything. That's really interesting. And for a dessert that's like mainly chocolate, it's really not that chocolatey. It's a very light chocolate flavor. You get a nice crunch from the pistachio and a little bit of this pistachio flavor, but it's not overwhelming. And you do actually, like that pineapple really ties it kind of all in together. I'm not a big pineapple fan, but this is a very interesting dessert. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. A little chocolatey, but not overly chocolatey. Got a little crunch and a little smoothiness. It's very good, very interesting, and very unique. I like it, and it's pretty shareable too. Overall, really great dining experience here at Jiko. I am so impressed.
Well, my dudes, that was Jiko over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So I will tell you, this was one of the best meals I've ever had at Disney. I had to come and review this because it finally reopened, and this was a restaurant that has always been overhyped, and I needed to see if it lived up to that hypeness, because people have always asked me about Jiko, and I had to see it for myself. And to be honest too, I always wanted to try it. Of course, I've always heard wonderful things about it. I wanted to try it, and yes, it was great. I highly recommend it, but be warned, it's very expensive. I am one person. I got an appetizer, an enhancement, a glass of wine, an entree, and a dessert with tip, $130. So it's a lot of money. It's the most I've ever spent on a meal at Disney. Please consider joining my Patreon. You'll get exclusive bonus content, and you'll help me continue to create great content here on this channel. So be warned, it is expensive, but you are getting really great quality food here. So you just, you know, it is a signature dining, and it shows. But, you know, let me know what you thought of Jiko. Is this a place that you would, you know, consider kind of, it's kind of out of the way. Would you consider maybe taking a bus over to Animal Kingdom Lodge and coming to dinner for? Personally, I kind of think if you would want to spend that kind of money on a nice place, this might be the place to do it. It was really amazing food, really amazing service. I had a wonderful evening here. So let me know in the comments what you thought of Jiko. Have you been to Jiko before? What was your experience like? Let me know all of that in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit your bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Again, check out my Patreon, become a patron for bonus exclusive content, and you'll be helping me to continue to create great content here on this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.